Alrighty, good morning guys, and welcome back to another video today. So today is horrendous weather. It is super windy, like 20 to 25 mile per hour winds. I was the only boat at the boat ramp today, and there's kind of rain clouds swirling around, coming and going. I see some sun, but I don't know how long that's going to stay out. It might become overcast today. I'm not very sure, but we're going to be testing out a new lure today. Today is lure review, and this is the most requested lure I've seen in the comments in the last couple lure reviews. If you're not familiar with this lure, this is the Vudu Shrimp. It's kind of interesting because it has this like keel in the front that's a little bit different than all the other artificial shrimps. Like the most popular artificial shrimps are the DOA shrimp, the gulp shrimp, and the Savage Gear shrimp, and I'd say this one's right up there with them. So we're gonna test it out. I've never fished this, not even once before. I'm gonna pull it out, tie it up on 30-pound mono, throw it around for redfish, trout, snook, and tarpon, maybe even a black drum, and we're gonna fish it. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you my personal opinion and review of the lure and tell you guys what I think, where it'll be good to be fished, and any pros and cons of the bait that I can find out today. But let's get right into it, guys. I think we're gonna get on some fish. Even though it's windy, I think a lot of these fish are gonna be tucked into those calm areas of the river, and ultimately we're gonna be able to catch them. I believe in this lure. A lot of you guys recommended it, so I think it's gonna get it done. So let's get going. This color is, I just pulled them out of the box here, and then I was like, let me look to see what the color is. This is Bayou Brew. Let me know if you guys ever fished this color before. Pretty cool looking bait. They come in 2 in a pack, and that little keel there in the front is really interesting. I assume that would make the shrimp sit up like that when it hits the bottom, so it goes boom, boom, and sit straight up like that. That's my assumption, but we'll put it to the test today. Let me know, is this the best color, or is there a better color I should have gotten? I tried to pick something kind of natural looking, this orangey, sandy looking color. Looks pretty natural, but we're gonna go ahead and tie this on. And I think I was reading the pack here, and it says that you may catch over 100 fish or more with a single pack. I'm ready. 100 fish, let's go. I am ready to catch them today. All right, I'm gonna tie this guy on with a little loop knot here like I always use. And once again, we're using 30-pound mono, same thing I used with the gulp shrimp. And we'll see how it does today. All right, there she is. We're gonna fish mangroves, docks. We'll find them. There's a snook right here. Oh, he's on it. Got him. That was cool. Oh man, that was cool. Saw him sitting up under the tree there, and that took, oh, there's an even bigger snook right there. Saw him sitting up under the tree, took a couple flicks, flick, flick, flick. He was all around it, left, right, all around it. And then he finally committed there, the last twitch. That was cool, that was cool, that was cool. Gotta love sight fishing fish. Got him right in the top there. Good spot to hook a fish. He can't fray you. Oh, all right, guys. First fish of the day there. As you guys can see, it's really windy. We're getting blown around here, but not a bad fish. Probably a 22-inch snook on the on our little Vudu Shrimp there. So it's working. I've probably seen 3 or 4 snook maybe, and this is the first guy I've gotten to eat. So we'll throw him back in the water here and keep fishing, and maybe we'll find a redfish or a trout. Alrighty. I think it's my trolling motor that's pushing the boat so fast. I have it in reverse. I was like, why am I moving so fast? But the trolling motor is in reverse. Alright, see ya, buddy. I think I just saw a tarpon roll up over there. It's a trout, I think. Yeah, it's a trout. I thought I saw a tarpon roll, and then I threw up under the dock, and it was a little trout. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's 2/3 of our slam complete. We just need our redfish now. All right, first trout of the day right there. A little 16-incher or so. I'll put him real close to the camera so he looks really big, but he's really not. Little trout, but I'll take it. That's the second fish for the slam, and there's some dolphins rolling around me, so I'm gonna have to toss this guy up in the trees to release him, but we're getting him. All right, since there's some dolphins around, I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna steer him up into the mangroves here. I hear those dolphins rolling around me. They knew I just caught a fish, so they're right on me, and they're ready for this fish to come swimming towards them, but we're gonna release him right back up into where I got him, which is this mangrove dock area. And we're just gonna lay him down gently. All right, hopefully that'll work. And he'll make his way up into here and the dolphins won't get him. There's a fish. Came right out of that. Came right out of that. Woo! Big jumps, big jump. Oh! And there he goes. Oh, well, that was like a maybe 22-inch snook there, sitting right under the trees. See this shadow line? It looks really good right here. This is basically what I'm just flicking into, and there's all these glass minnows all along it, which is kind of what I really like. It just holds a lot of fish when there's bait mixed with trees, like good structure. There's snook and stuff like that, but hey, he shook off. I don't think that was the lure's fault. That was just snook being snook, and we'll keep fishing here. There's a fish. Giant. I'll take him. Oh, and he shook off too. Maybe it is the lure's fault. That was like a 12-inch snook there, but second snook back to back. Got me. A little fray there. I guess I'll go ahead and do a retie just to be safe. Right above that fray there. Kind of hard to tell if fish shaking off like that is the lure's fault or my fault or the snook just being snook. But just something to take note of. 2 in a row that shook their heads and it flew out. Maybe I just got to set the hook harder. We'll see. There's a tarpon right here. Whole school of them, 3 of them. Chasing it every cast, but won't commit to it. Oh, I got him! Oh, that took a bunch of casts. That took like 10, 15 casts. Oh! Oh, and there he goes under the boat. Oh, tarpon. Oh, I threw into this tree like 15 times. Think I'll eat again? Probably not, right? I threw into the tree like 15 times, trying because there was a school of them. Over and over, they would turn their heads, and all of a sudden, thump, came out and ate it. But hey, shook it. Kind of what I would expect from a tarpon on the shrimp lure. It's kind of hard to keep any tarpon with any lure hooked, but hey, I'll take it. He ate it. He ate it. That's a good thing. But what I've been doing for like the past hour has just been basically flicking these mangroves here. Now I just got into some tarpon, had some little snook swing on it, shake the hook and stuff like that, but nothing too serious. Now the tarpon was like the first fish I could actually sight fish because the sun is finally starting to come up. So maybe once I could start to see fish, maybe I'll be able to make some better casts on the fish that I can actually see. I like that tarpon. I just need a redfish for my slam though. We need to find him. So earlier I talked about I was throwing these glass minnows. Look at all the glass minnows right here. And they sit right on the edge of these mangroves. And then snook, redfish, trout, tarpon like to sit up in the mangroves and just ambush them. So when I throw my shrimp in there, just like this, pull it out, they eat that as well. So just a tip for if you're ever looking for fish, mainly look for the bait. Once you find bait, oh, here's a redfish right here. He's on it. Took off. Well, I found a fish. Didn't get him to eat though. Oh, that's a nice snook. Oh, dang it, man. Shook it instantly after he ate it. Oh, like a 25-inch snook, pulled tight on him and it came unglued. There we go. That fish chased that out of the dock there. Should have got a decent hook set on him. Yes, sir. Another one, like a 18, 20-incher. Oh! It's got to be the lure at this point. That's like the 5th snook that has come unglued. I know that's not my fault. I've caught 100,000 snook. There's just no way. This has to be slipping backwards, is what I'm thinking. Slipping backwards and basically pushing that lip basically more and more off. That's what I think. That's like the 5th or 6th snook I've lost. That is ridiculous. This needs to be sliding down this way instead of sliding up this way and making that hook smaller and smaller. Oh man, dude. I've had a lot of snook eats today, and the majority of them have shook the hook, shook it off. Solid cast. Oh, there's a fish. Ha-ha! Stuck one. Finally got one to stick. Absolute beast snook. See, that one, he was hooked in a thick area of his mouth. That's why it probably didn't pop out. Still just looking for this redfish, man. Need that redfish, need that redfish. I don't know what it's gonna take to find him, but should show up here soon. I got a feeling. I always do. Oh, there's a nice one. Is that him? Oh no, that's a trout. No, there he is. I knew it. I was feeling it. We got him. Let me get him in here before he shakes this hook. All right. Settle down there, buddy. Completed the mission. I was feeling it. I was just saying, man, I feel like I'm due for a redfish. I'll find him here. There he is. Got him on the Vudu Shrimp there. So that is my, I don't know, 4th fish of the day, I think. We've had a lot of action. Just not really got anything to stick. I knew a redfish would stick. I don't know what the deal is with this hook. Maybe it's just me. The way I'm fishing it, I'm causing these snook to jump off, or the way I'm reeling them in. But hey, we got him to eat that right there. So that is it. Slam on the Vudu Shrimp. I know it's a decent lure. I got some pros and cons. I'll go over it at the end of the video, but we're gonna go ahead and release this guy and keep fishing. Pop that out there. All right, buddy. See ya. Oh, that's a nice snook. He came, oh, There's no, it's the lure. It is the lure. Whatever. There he is. Got him out of there. Little guy. Ooh, I don't want to fray him. Come here, buddy. Work with me. Work with me. Finally! We stuck a snook. And I think I know why he stayed on, because I hooked him back in that thick stuff. You guys can see right back in there. Hooked him kind of in the roof of the mouth, and I think that's the reason he stayed on. Because I'll explain at the end of the video. I can pretty much see the issue with this lure and why snook are so good at shaking it. But hey, we got one. We got one. See ya, bud. Adios. Got a big snook up here. Dang it. Got him. That's a decent one. All right, is he gonna stick? Is he gonna stick? That was a sick sight cast. Come here, buddy. Stay with me. Stay with me. That was awesome. Oh, there he goes. Alrighty, boys. Let's talk about this Vudu shrimp. Now, I'm gonna try to be positive about it because I'm honestly pretty frustrated with it. To be totally honest, it's decent. Like, it's a good lure. And the reason I say it's good, and I'm not like, I don't know, maybe it's a bad lure. I just don't know how to word this, but the fish eat it. The problem was keeping them glued. I mean, I probably had 6 snook, maybe even more than that came unglued, that ate, come towards the boat, shake their head, and they shake it out. Now, I'll tell you why that happens, which I'm pretty sure is the reason why. So, I mean, this keel, this weight right here, seems to be just about the best friend for snook. When they're hooked right here, and there really isn't much space for you to hook them because this lure or this shrimp likes to slide back up on the hook just like that. It should be, I had to keep constantly pressing it in like this, but when you hook a fish, it wants to slide back right just like that. And now look how much space you have for that, you know, for that fish. Almost nothing. They're gonna shake it off a good percentage of the time. So while I wanna say it's like a great lure and it just maybe needs some rework or something, maybe it could be rigged differently, I'm just kind of like, I'm unsure how to explain it because it got the eats, it did everything it was supposed to, but just the way it's rigged, it just doesn't work for me. Maybe there's, I mean, I'm sure there's some better ways to rig this thing. I mean, maybe it's the colors, but it got eaten, which is what I'm trying to say. It just didn't keep the fish glued. So what I'm going to say about this, I know you guys wanted me to rate the lures in the last videos of lure review. I would give it like a 6 out of 10, mainly because they just shake it. I can't explain it. They just do it, and it sucks. Like, I lost a lot of fish right at the boat because they're shaking the lure. But if it were to, you know, if they maybe there's a better way to rig it, maybe I wasn't doing something right, it could definitely be a much better lure than I showed today. But other than that, let me know what you guys want to see in next lure review, and let me know what you guys think of the Vudu shrimp. Have you guys had the same issue that I just had? Is there any tips you guys want to give me about rigging it, or what I'm doing wrong? Because I genuinely can't figure it out. I just think it's the way it's rigged and the way it's made. It's just not the best way to do it. But please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to leave a comment on anything you guys saw in this video, from tips, tricks, anything. Let me know in the comments, and other than that, I will see you guys in that next video.